online edtech platform, and he will be mentoring you guys for today. So, Coach Patrick, feel free to unmute, say hi, and introduce yourself while I pull up your slides.
Okay, so hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to be here with you and let you into my journey in terms of how was I able to build my LinkedIn profile. And with the icebreaker a while ago, so let me join that icebreaker a while ago and have a quick introduction myself. I'm Patrick Gonzalez, BS Psychology from Pamantasan ng Sud ng Maynila, graduated more than a decade ago. A decade ago. So that's way back something something. So I'm not anymore in college, and I've been in the HR profession for more than a decade now, and having my skills, my expertise spawn into various phases such as recruitment, selection, training, development, learning, employee engagement activities, compensation and benefits administration, and a whole lot more. And I've also had the opportunity to have myself be the speaker to various learning engagement activities, both local and international. And today, I'm here to share with you how are you going to optimize or maximize opportunities for LinkedIn. Okay, and with regards to this session, I am not gonna go into a formal mode. I'll make it as casual. I'll make it as lively as possible. Okay, so I'm managing your expectations. So, hindi to masyadong formal. Anyways, this is a coaching session. This is an open forum. So, I'll try to be cool as much as I can. Okay? Sige, so Ella, I hope you can bring up that presentation. Okay, full screen. Okay, sige. So, for today, I would be sharing with you LinkedIn mastery tips, tricks, and hacks. Okay, I understand. Oh, sige, wait lang muna. Click mo sa first page. Okay. Now, I understand that most of you has LinkedIn profiles. Okay, if not, wala pa kayong totally LinkedIn profiles. Okay, now, let me share with you my story. Okay. I created my LinkedIn profile more than 10 years ago for the very sole purpose of preparations for the future. Okay, I remember I was second year college back then, and during that time, that was the height of Facebook. I think Facebook, the trend back then was the games, the Pet Society, the Farmville. Those are the things that I remember before. LinkedIn, hindi pa siya masyadong sikat during that time. Okay, but it was slowly gaining traction during that time. So I had the opportunity, or I realized that I need to be in this platform sooner or later on. Okay, now the reason, it's because sooner or later on I would be taking on my internship. Okay, and on my internship, I need connections, and for that to happen, I was able to see that LinkedIn can help me. So that's the reason why you should invest in creating your LinkedIn. Okay, number one, it can help you in networking purposes. It can widen your networking range. Number two, it can provide you learning opportunities. There are a lot of learning activities, learning videos, learning opportunities available in LinkedIn for free. It can spawn into various areas of expertise, and you can definitely learn from them for free. Okay, also the comfort of your home. Okay, so you can take that opportunity. Number three, it is an extension of your personal brand. Okay, so when you say personal brand, that also means that when we talk of personal brand in LinkedIn, it conveys the message of who you are. Okay, as a professional, as an individual, as a contributor, whatever image it is that you wanted for people to see you. That is your branding that you are projecting in LinkedIn. Okay, so again, next slide, please. And when we say personal brand, definitely when you talk personal brand in LinkedIn, it gives clarity to the following questions. Number one, who you are. Number two, what you do. And the last is why do you do what you do. These are the things that can be captured in your LinkedIn activities, in your postings, in your media. All of these items can be found, can be reflected answering these questions. Who you are, what you do, and why do you do what you do. Next slide, please. Now, when you are creating your LinkedIn profile, you have to remember these three things. You have to be visible. You need to have value and you need to have authenticity. Okay? So again, visibility, value, and authenticity. Yung isa-isahin natin, how are you going to uh, make those three things happen? Let's start first with visibility. Okay? So when you say visibility, that means that you need to make an effort for people to know. Okay? Because if you are good at what you do, but people don't know it, then it's useless. Okay? So utilize your LinkedIn for people to know how good you are. Because when people know how good you are, they would think of you as the person who is the best choice whenever they think of something. You are their top of mind. And that's visibility. Now, the next question, how are you going to increase your visibility? Next slide, Ella. Okay, step number one is keyword optimization. Okay, keyword optimize your profile. Now I'm sharing with you a copy of my LinkedIn. So as you can see, yung naka-red box, those are keywords that I utilize for well, whenever people would be looking for an HR guy or a speaker or a career developer, a career coach. Chances are my profile would pop up in the results. It may be on the top choices, it may be on the middle choices, but never in the bottom. And that is how I was able to optimize, keyword optimize my profile. Why the need to keyword optimize your profile? Because at the end of the day, ang LinkedIn ay isang search engine. So, ibig sabihin, the keywords that people are typing on LinkedIn, it would be reflecting, it would be able to be captured on your profile. So if your profile is able to have those keywords that people are looking for, then chances are you would be on the top choice, or you would be on the circle of top choices. Okay, next. Step number two. Okay. Ito pala, nakalimutan ko to. So, it's not just on the headline. You can also keyword optimize your summary. Okay. So, this part of LinkedIn, this is my summary section. Okay. These are the things, a more detailed summary of my skills, my expertise, and what I can possibly bring onto the table. So, if someone would be typing in the words captured in my summary, chances are is that my profile would show up. Now, this varies from expertise to expertise. Okay, this is applicable from an HR point of view, but that also can be applied to almost every line of specialization, whether that be in finance, in technology, in the in culture, in arts, in ano pa ba, in architecture. Alam nyo ang terminologies sa mga line of specialization nyo. Hindi ko man kabisado ang lahat, but you know what are the terminologies in your respective industries. So put it in your headline, put it in your summary. Okay, next, Ella. Ayan din. Okay, that's also okay, next. Step number two. Step number two is for you to grow your network. Okay? So growing your network means you will be found in LinkedIn based on who you are connected with. Okay? And the larger the network, that also means the bigger the chances of you being close to those opportunities. Okay? So that's how important growing your network is. It's because the bigger the network, the bigger the possibilities of you being close to an opportunity that might be capturing your interest. Now, with regards to your network, not everyone in LinkedIn is your connection. Okay, so if we're going to utilize the social media here, not everyone is in your friend list. Okay, so that's why LinkedIn was able to categorize the degrees of connection. Okay, so when you say first degree connection, these are people directly connected to you. These are people who you send a request to connect, or people who sent a request to you and you equally accepted that both of you wanted to be connections. So that is the first degree connection. When you say second degree, you are not connected to this person, but you have a connection that is connected to that person. That is second degree. Okay? So somehow they are connected with you. And when you say third degree, these are the connections of your second degree connections. So as you can see, divided yung level nila in terms of how close are they with you. Okay, so from first to second to third. Okay, so again, summary, first degree is your direct connections. Isipin nyo na lang, they are your friends. Second degree connections, they are the friends of your friends. And then the third degree are the friends of your friends of your friends. Okay? So, next. Bigla, kailangan. Yan. Okay, the third step for you increasing your visibility is to connect with relevant and active LinkedIn members. So, ayun nga, sabi ko kanina, grow your network. And that means connecting with relevant and active LinkedIn members. Okay. However, you need to be strategic in creating and growing your network. Bakit? Kasi ang LinkedIn ay may limit lang na 30,000 connections. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be strategic on who would be your connections. Okay, I know 30,000 is a big number, but sooner or later on, you will reach that limit. Okay, so you need to be strategic on which are the people that you are currently connected with. Okay, so how are you going to strategically choose your connections? These are the questions that you need to ponder. Next slide. Okay, so these are the important questions in strategically growing your network. Number one, tanungin mo sa sarili mo, is this a person who can help me? May maitutulong ba to sa akin? May matututunan ba ako mula sa tao na to? Okay? Second question, is this a person I can help? Kung wala man akong matututunan sa kanya, kung wala man akong kung wala man siya maitutulong, ako ba may maitutulong ako sa kanya? May benefit ba siya sa akin? You also have to consider that as well. Okay? And then the third is, if the first two are not available, try to think of it on the bigger scale. Is this person connected to people who can help me? Can this person introduce me to someone who can give me learning opportunities, who can help me with my career, who can help me with my journey? Connections, connections, connections. One connection can lead you to another connection. So be strategic in expanding your network, be strategic in expanding your connections. Next, value. So natapos na tayo sa visibility, the next is value. So ngayon, you are able to create and have a strong visibility. The next question, what's next? That is where value comes in. Okay? You need to be clear of the value that you wanted to bring. You need to be clear of the value that you want for people to see in you. You want to be clear of people seeing what is it that you can bring onto the table. And that can be reflected in your LinkedIn profile. So now the question is, how are you going to communicate your value? Next slide. Number one, you need to be clear. Clarity is the word. Okay? Have clarity on what you do and who you are helping with. Okay? Clarity clarity will accelerate your results of being recognized. Okay? And it's important for you to be clear of what you want because it would make people realize that this is the thing that you wanted for yourself to be known for. This is your trademark. This is where you are good at. This is your bragging right that magaling ako dito. That is your value. Okay? Without clarity, you can strategically position yourself in the minds of your target audience. Pag hindi malinaw sa iyo kung ano yung bagay na gusto mong i-capitalize, hindi ka magiging top of mind choice. Okay? Kinakailangan maging malinaw sa iyo at ba yung line of specialization? Ano ba yung gusto kong i-capitalize? You can't be a jack of all trades. Okay? That's my point of view. You can't be a jack of all trades. Okay? But maybe if you do become a jack of all trades, make sure that amongst those skill set, those expertise set, there is something that tops the other. Kumbaga meron at meron kang top one. And yung top one na yun yung i-capitalize. Okay? So that is what I mean. Have clarity on what you do and who you are helping. Next. Use your LinkedIn headline to communicate your value. Okay? So when you say headline, this is the set of words under your LinkedIn name. Okay, so as you can see, ang nilagay ko dyan is head of recruitment. So I'm a recruitment practitioner. So normally, I utilize head of recruitment. Okay? And currently, I'm in the startup scene. So that's in the digital economy. So I indicated there, hiring for talents in the digital economy. At the same time, I'm also a multi-facet HR practitioner and career developer at career coach for KadaKareer. So that means that when someone types in digital economy or startups, HR for startups, chances are lalabas ako sa choices. When they when they type HR generalist or multi-skilled HR, chances are lalabas din ako dyan. Okay? So I carefully crafted the set of words on my LinkedIn profile for me to be able to show be shown in the results whenever someone utilizes a search engine optimization in my specific line of expertise. Okay? So again, just like what I said a while ago, it varies from industry to industry, from profession to profession. Hindi ko man alam kung ano ang wording sa mga backgrounds nyo, but you guys know the right wordings, so you can put the necessary words in your headline. Next, feature your works which are relevant to what you do and helpful to your target audience. Okay, your works are examples of the things that you are doing. Just like in my case, I'm a speaker. Okay, so I put there in my featured site the speaking engagements that I've had, and it's more of assuring the people viewing my profile that I know what I am doing, that I am a subject matter expert, that I have been recognized by various institutions, and that's why I've been given these opportunities. And if they are going to consider someone like me, they can be assured that I can deliver the necessary outputs. I can deliver what they are expecting. Okay, so utilize the featured segment of your LinkedIn profiles to show people what you have done, your outputs, and that would reflect on the value that you can bring into the table. Okay, so next slide. These are just some of the items in my featured segment. So whenever someone is seeing this, nagkakaroon sila ngayon, ay okay, so this guy knows what he's doing. This guy is tried and tested. Ang dami niyang speaking engagement. So teka libre tong tao na to. So assured tayo na hindi to scam artist, hindi to manggogoyo, because he has already proven himself numerous times. Okay, and that's the reason. I mean, That's the good thing in the displaying items in your picture. It strengthens the value that you are trying to project with your target audience. Okay, next, use the about section to talk about how you can help your target audience. Ito yung summary na nakita nyo a while ago. So yung summary segment na iyon, you can put the necessary keywords or searchable words in your industry. So whenever people are searching for someone in that line of thought, you would be one of their choices. Okay, lalabas yung LinkedIn profile nyo in the eyes of the person searching in that category. Okay, so again, this show. Next slide. Ayan. So if you, I mean, just like what I said a while ago, I'm an HR practitioner. So lahat ng words that captures the functions, the responsibilities of an HR, nilagay ko dito. Okay? And currently, my line of specialization is in recruitment, so nag-capitalize ako when it comes to recruitment. So, nandyan ang lahat-lahat ng skill and expertise ko, and also some of the projects, engagements that I'm currently doing. Okay? So, when chances are, when someone looks for a recruitment manager or a head of recruitment, yan, lalabas at lalabas yung profile. Okay? So, next slide. Okay, and that also is a quick summary of the industries that I have served. So it give once the person reads my profile, they have this idea na, okay, this guy has already experienced how it is to do recruitment for various industries. So nagkakaroon niya yun ng image na, okay, this guy might be this guy might be suited for our needs, or I'm interested in meeting this guy. Okay, next. Add social proof. Okay? So, when you are in LinkedIn, sinasabi ko nga, di ba, you need to show them the value that you would like to contribute, that you can bring into the table. But then again, that also means that you need to prove that you are capable. Okay? Hindi naman pwede na sabi lang tayo ng sabi. Kinakailangan pinapatunayan din natin. Kailangan may ibigin siya tayo. Okay? So the social proof are your skills. Okay? These are the endorsements, recommendations, accomplishments, video testimonials, ano pa ba, customer or client reviews, media features, publications. It adds validation to what you are saying, to what you are projecting, to what you are letting people see. That is social. Okay, so it's more like an evidence-based output that backs up your claim. Okay, so if you had the opportunity to invest in growing your social proof, please do so. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa visibility, tapos na tayo sa value, ang last is authenticity. Okay, so when you say authenticity, this aspect shows that you are unique. Okay, what is it about you that makes you stand out from the group? Okay, you need to also make them see that you are a person. Okay, LinkedIn is all about humans. Okay, and you need to make them see that you are also human. And when I say human, you need to be yourself. Because people want to engage with real people. Magpakatotoo ka sa LinkedIn. Okay? So LinkedIn, yes, it's on the professional side. But be real as well. Okay? You're not trying to project another persona here. You're projecting yourself. Or on the professional side. Okay? So still be real. Still be authentic. Still be human. Okay? Now, I'd like to take this opportunity as well. How are you going to embrace your authenticity? Okay? Now, I'd like to utilize this language. I'm pretty sure that most probably you guys are young. You guys have YouTubes and Facebooks, TikToks. for sure meron kayong fina-follow na YouTube sensation or vlogger or any social media personality. Okay? For sure meron at meron kayo. Ngayon, if we are going to reflect on that person that you are following, or you admire, you idolize, bakit to think of it? Bakit mo nga ba ina-idolize? Bakit mo fina-follow tong tao ito? It's because this person was able to craft a powerful, authentic, and relatable story that you personally feel close to it, that you personally nakaka-relate ka. So you do the same thing. You create your story. You tell your story. But while you are telling your story, you need to be human. And by telling your story, that means that you would be sharing your journey with the people. Watching, reading your story, that is how are you going to create your authenticity. If we are going to look onto these people that you follow in social media, that can be applied as well in LinkedIn, more on the professional aspect nga. Okay? So it's just the same logic. Okay? So, make people relate to you, tell your story, be human, share your journey. Okay? Now, so natapos na natin yung be visible, visibility, value, at authenticity. These are the three things that you need to establish in order for you to have a good LinkedIn profile. Okay? In terms of creating a strong LinkedIn profile, darating tayo doon. Okay? Right now, you need to establish first. Okay? And how are you going to establish a good LinkedIn profile? That's how you start. Visibility, value, authenticity. Okay? Now, I also have here indicated some additional tips that can help boosting your LinkedIn or making your LinkedIn look. Okay, so bonus tips. Next slide, please. Okay, number one, syempre mag-invest kayo sa isang good LinkedIn profile. Ako kasi, as you can see, this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so if I'm going to define it, parang ito lang siya, plain, simple, functional. Okay, walang masyadong arte, plain, simple, functional, and it does the trick. Okay, now, what makes a good LinkedIn profile? Number one, looks. You are looking into the camera, you are smiling, and it has a neutral background, and you are dressed appropriately to project that professional image. Okay. Pero coach, wala naman kaming pang pictorial kagaya mo. No picture, no problem. Okay? Ang daming photo enhancement softwares or application tools na pwede nyong gamitin na available sa internet para ano? Para linisin, to clean your pic, to remove unwanted background, to create a better background. The resources are there. Okay? You just gotta utilize what's available out there. So, no professional pic, no problem. For sure, meron LinkedIn profile picture niyo. Okay? Meron kayong picture na pwede nating linisin, na pwede text. Invest in a profile banner. Okay? Your LinkedIn profile also means that it is your sales spokesperson. Okay? This is your marketing strategy. This is your advertisement. This is your representation of who you are and what you do. Having a good banner also means that people at first glance would be able to understand who are you and what you do. Okay? So as you can see, ganun din ang lagi yung sinasabi, plain ko. So talent acquisition, employer branding, first speaker. Okay? So I'm an HR practitioner. And I do at the same time, there's another line, practitioner of multi HR visits. So that's what I do. Okay? And then, if you could remember, meron akong tanong kanina, who you are, what you do, and why you do. Sinagot ko yung why you do. Because with the line to inspire and influence. Okay? And then I indicated my contact information. So if people want to reach out to me, at least they know how to reach out with me. I mean, if ever that I'm not available on LinkedIn or I'm not online on LinkedIn, chances are they have an available method of reaching out to me. So that's why I indicated my email address. Okay? So invest in creating a profile banner. LinkedIn banner ang tawag natin dyan. Okay? Pwede niyong gawin yan through Canva or through other design tools, softwares. I-search nyo lang kung ano yung dimensions ng LinkedIn banner, pero iisa lang ang dimensions ng LinkedIn banner para pwede nyo siyang ma-edit according to your design. I mean, according to your liking. Okay? You can have it be there's no aesthetic restrictions on how your LinkedIn banner should be a design. It's up to you. Okay? Again, it would always go back to what is it that you wanted to project? What is the value that you wanted to bring into the table? Kaya ako, like in my picture, plain, simple, functional. Okay? So that's what I bring. At that's the reason why ganyan ang design ng profile banner ko. Okay? Next. Siyempre, if you have other bodies of work that's available, you can also have that be included in your LinkedIn profile. It can be displayed in your featured segment. It can also be captured in your about summary. It can be also captured in your LinkedIn headline. So it's up to you kung saan nyo siya gustong ilagay. Okay? These links are probably websites, blogs, SlideShare, YouTube, and other social media platform that captures what you do, that gives clarity to who you are and what you do and why you do. Okay? But if it's just as, let's say, a random blog that's not related to what you are showing on LinkedIn, please don't indicate that. Only those that are relative to your professional, to your career journey, okay, to your self-development. Okay? Yun lang ang ilagay nyo. Not everything that's in your other social media can be indicated in your LinkedIn. So choose them wisely. Okay? Next. Invest in learning. Okay? LinkedIn has a lot of learning opportunities na libre. So take those movements, take those free courses. It's gonna be helping you be a better person, personally and professionally, and that can be captured in your LinkedIn. Pag may nakumpleto kang course, pwede mong kunin yung certification nun at i-display mo sa LinkedIn. So people will see that, by the time people see that these are the courses, these are the learning engagement that you have invested yourself, it would create the image that this person is invested in making himself be a better person individually and professionally. They take learning seriously. They value learning. They value self-development. And that's a plus point for you. Okay? So invest in learning, continue learning. Okay? Next slide. Customize your URL. Okay? Your URL is a link in which you could share. So whenever people ask for, whenever you are talking to someone over LinkedIn, or you wanted to make people know that this is your profile, you can easily customize your URL, because normally a URL is a series of random letters and numbers. Okay? Now, you can customize your URL. Okay? Now, if you would be going to your LinkedIn profile, check nyo, ayan, yung naka-red box. So, may makikita kayo na edit public profile and URL. At pag kinlik niyo yan, next slide, dyan kayo ma-redirect. Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo is makita nyo yung edit your custom URL. pipindutin nyo ngayon yung blue na pencil, okay, or yung blue na logo. At pag pinindot nyo yun, mariredirect kayo dito. Next slide, please. Ayan, edit your custom URL. So now, makikita nyo yung standard, linkedin.com/in/ ngayon na yung URL na gusto nyong i-customize. Okay? Normally, I would go for my name. Okay? So, Patrick Earl Gonzalez. So, linkedin.com/in Patrick Earl Gonzalez. Napakadaling tandaan. Okay? So, once you have decided what would be your URL, your customized URL, click on save. And that would be your official URL that you can share in LinkedIn, that you can also share in Facebook and other social media platforms. Dyan at dyan matadirect. At people can see your profile. So you can promote your profile. Okay? So with that being said, those are the tips that I have that I would like to share with you as you start your journey, your baby steps in creating your LinkedIn profile. Okay, next slide please. Okay, so hopefully this tips that I have shared with you, hopefully this would be helpful on your end as you try to navigate your way into LinkedIn. Okay, so hopefully this would be helpful for you to make that awesome LinkedIn profile, explore and grow on LinkedIn. Okay, and please do take note that your LinkedIn it's a journey. Okay, and when I say it's a journey, it takes process. Okay, it doesn't happen in a snap. Kung gaano kaayos, kung gaano kaganda ang LinkedIn profile ko ngayon, hindi yan the exact same thing nung sinimulan ko siya more than 10 years ago. It's a process. Okay? As you continue to immerse yourself on that process, so is your LinkedIn profile. Okay? So take time. Okay? It takes time. And I want you to not look at it that it can magically happen. Okay? It takes process. It takes time. So be patient with that. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that you were able to learn some tips that can be helpful for you as you start and work your way into the world of LinkedIn. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope that you were able to learn from that.
Okay, I think I stopped sharing already. So
Yep.
again, thank you so much, Coach Patrick, for that amazing amazing way to help us out with LinkedIn. I hope you guys got to learn a lot from him. And before I open up the floor to any questions from our cadets, I would like to call on someone so they could share their insights from today's session. You guys can unmute if you want to, but if wala pa, I'll just choose somebody randomly. So, Yang, maybe you want to share? Alright. Thank you, Yang. How about you, though, Manilyn? What did you learn from today?
What I learned is that I thought LinkedIn is just like a professional landscape branding lang about professional workflow natin or culture or ano man yung identity natin or personal branding. But I never thought na pwede rin pala ipakita yung other side of us, which dun sa authenticity na papakita natin not just the professional side but our story that is relatable to other people then as well. So that's my insight.
Honestly, same. I really viewed it as more of a professional platform. So with that sharing, thank you so much, Manilyn. Hopefully, Yang, okay ka pa dyan. I'd like to open up the floor to any follow-up questions from you guys. If you guys have any, feel free to unmute or just chat in the chat box so I can read them out for Coach. If wala, we'll...
Yes, huwag kayong mahihiya to throw in questions.
Mabait yung...
Tandaan nyo, once in my life, ako din, I was on the same shoes as you guys are na wala akong idea paano ba tong LinkedIn na to. So, yeah, throw me questions. I would be glad to guide and help you.
Well, everybody thinks of questions. I'll read out what Yang learned from Coach today, which is I learned how powerful this network is, and having this kind of platform, we should take advantage of it, which is so true. Coach Patrick really taught us how to use it. And here's a question from May. Which is much better pause about me section, paragraph or bullet form? Also, which should be the tone of the content?
Mm. Um, is that the headline or the about section summary? What are you referring to?
About me
Summary, okay. Normally, pag summary, I would go for bullet forms because it's easy to read, okay? Tandaan nyo, ang psychology ng tao, pag nakakita yan ng mahabang babasahin, tinatamad yan. So if you can create your summary in bullet form, that would be better. So as you could see nga, yung summary na ginawa ko, di ba, bullet forms, may mga bullet forms ako doon, tapos may mga short paragraphs ako. Pero may mga ano doon, may mga sentences doon, pero not so long. It's still enough for people to have that interest of reading.
Okay, next
Short
question.
sentences and bullets, that's the way to go.
Next question po from Manilyn. Can we post a story about our volunteer activities?
Yes, that's very gonna be helpful on your profiling. Post your volunteerism activities, but be clear of why are you posting this? What is the message that you wanted to convey for this media that you want to post in your social? I mean, to post in your LinkedIn. Okay, what does it capture? What is it? What's the value that it's bringing? Okay, does it contribute on answering the question of who are you? Okay, so lagi niyong tatandaan yung question na yun.
And one more question po from Yang. Is it good po ba to use hashtags for every post?
Well, hashtags, yes. If that hashtag is relevant in terms of, okay, what are you trying to convey on that message, okay? Sa LinkedIn, ang algorithm kasi ng LinkedIn is that the best number of hashtags that you can include in your LinkedIn post is tatlong hashtag, okay? More than that, medyo nahihirapan na nasubaybayan yung postings mo or activities mo, okay? So, make sure that your hashtag, again, goes back to the very core of answering who are you and what do you do and why do you do.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Last call for questions. If you guys have any, you guys can unmute or just type. I'll do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, there we go. Hi, May, again from May. I would like to ask po if the university organizations should still be indicated on the profile once you've already had a work experience. I somehow see LinkedIn as a resume. There we go.
Yes, that can be indicated as well. Ako, my LinkedIn profile, nakaka-capture pa rin doon yung university organizations ko. Especially those na nagkaroon ako ng leadership roles. I've been in the HR industry for more than a decade, pero I'm proud to still indicate in my LinkedIn profile that I'm the former assistant secretary turned vice president of our psychological society. Hindi ko kinakahiya yon because that is the very foundations of my leadership skills. Okay? Now, it makes the people see that you have this commitment in terms of leadership, in terms of project management, in terms of people development. So, nakakaganda siya ng profile, nakakaganda siya ng image that you wanted for people to have an idea of who you are and you. So yes, it's a plus point, it's a plus factor that you can indicate your engagements with your university organizations. Better if you've held leadership roles, project management roles with these organizations.
All right, thank you, Coach. Oh, I thought my expiration pa or something po, sabi ni May. Pero thank you daw. Aside from that, I think those are all of our questions. So thank you everybody for being here, and thank you again, Coach, to answering our questions. It really means a lot. And if that's all for our questions, if you guys can turn on your cameras real quick for a picture taking, we'd love to have it you.